All right, so this video is all about the top 5 reasons people decide to make a move here to the city of Menifee, California, and really what makes Menifee so great. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hey guys, hey again, my name is Justin Short. I'm a realtor and team leader with the Short Real Estate team here at Keller Williams in Temecula. And this video is all about the city of Menifee, and we're gonna go over the top 5 reasons that so many people decide to make a move to Menifee, and really what makes the city of Menifee so great and so popular. So before I get into all the information though, if you are liking real estate videos like this, please do me a favor, please hit like and please hit subscribe to the channel. Obviously it helps me and it helps my channel as we try to continue to grow it. And then if you guys have any real estate questions, you can feel free to reach out anytime. You can see my information either down below or at the end of the video. You can feel free, you can call, you can text, you can email me. Happy to answer any questions you may have or help point you in the right direction. Or of course, if I can help you out with a real estate search, I'd love to be a resource for you. Obviously that's how I earn a living. So I'd love to have the opportunity to help you and your family. So feel free to reach out if there's anything that we can do to help. But if you just want some guidance and me pointing in the right direction, happy to do that as well. So cool. Yeah, like I said, feel free to reach out. And we'll go ahead and we'll get into my list here. So again, we're gonna go over the top 5 reasons that so many people are deciding to make a move here to the city of Menifee, and really, what makes it so popular. And we'll go ahead and get into my list. Before I guess I get into that, I'll give a little bit of information just about the city of Menifee. If you're not super familiar with it, where Menifee is, it's located in southwest Riverside County. Kind of the most well-known city in this area is going to be the city of Temecula. It's also the most expensive. The next city north is the city of Murrieta, also quite a bit more expensive. And then right off the 215 freeway, the next city, I guess that'd be northeast, is going to be the city of Menifee. And the city of Menifee is a very popular city, and it's an area that has grown a ton over the last decade or so. It's actually been one of California's fastest growing cities over the last 10 years, and it's expected to continue to be on that list for the next 10 years because of all the new construction that's going on and how much building is going on in that city right now. So you're going to see some of those stats come up a couple times here as I'm going over my list, but it's an area that's grown a ton, and it's a lot more on people's radar now than it used to be. And again, I'm going to tell you, why so many people decide to call Menifee home, and just really what makes it so great. So I'm going to get into the list. Number 1, without a doubt, the number 1 driving factor and why so many people decide to purchase a home in Menifee over other areas is going to be because it's affordable, and it's especially affordable for a nice area in Southern California. So right now, the average home in the city of Menifee is right about $580,000, $590,000. That covers the whole city, and there's a lot of homes that are in like a 55 plus area that is a little bit lower price point. But even like in a non-age restricted neighborhood, you can get the average home somewhere in that mid $600,000 range. And that's pretty affordable, especially compared to the other cities that are surrounding. So like those bigger cities that we talked about, the cities of Murrieta and Menifee, the price point there, Murrieta and Temecula, the price point there is quite a bit higher. So the average home in the city of Temecula is about $850,000, almost $900,000. And the average price home in Murrieta is $750,000 to $800,000. So you can save $100,000 to $150,000 by living in Menifee. And really that's the number 1 factor, right? It's affordable, especially compared to the other parts of Southern California, the other nice parts of Southern California. When you start comparing to San Diego, LA, Orange County, and there, those areas, you really can't find anything for less than $1 million. And if you do find something for $1 million, it's an older area, probably kind of a crummy area, not nearly as nice and new as Menifee is. So people come out here because it's more affordable, because you can get so much more for your money. And comparing that to other parts of Southern California, or even just other parts of the surrounding cities, it really is a good value compared to those other areas. So, the number 2 driving factor for people in Menifee is kind of like I mentioned, it's been a fast growing area over the last 10 years. And because of that, there's a ton of new construction that has happened. And people just like new shiny homes. So whether you're buying a brand new build yourself, where you can come in and design everything yourself, pick the color combos, pick the countertop materials that you like, and make sure it's something that's modern, or if you're just buying something that's built in the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, it's still going to have a really nice layout. It's going to be a popular design. It's going to have a big great room. It's going to be in style. It's going to have the finishes that people like. It's going to have quartz counters and custom backsplashes and open concept layouts and all those different types of things. And so because of that, people like the idea of living in a newer home, as opposed to something that was built in the 80s or the 90s, that the layout's going to feel a little dated. It's going to have kind of a formal front living area that people don't really utilize nowadays. Just the new construction homes tend to be so much more popular. I mean, that's why these builders build them that way, right? And in Menifee, it's a lot easier to get a newer style home because everything, it is so new. Number 3 on my list is the large amount of 55 plus communities. So if you guys are not familiar, each of the surrounding cities in this area have 55 plus communities. And a lot of people think that might mean like a mobile home park or something like that. That's not the case here. There are a lot of very nice 55 plus communities, so you have to be age 55 or older to live there, that are really nice stick-built, kind of traditional constructed homes. So where you're buying a home, you own the land, you have typical wood frame construction with tile roofs, just like on any other normal type of house. It's just in that area, there's an HOA that says, hey, you have to be 55 or older to live there. And those neighborhoods are common, or relatively common, in the surrounding cities, but there's more of them in Menifee than anywhere else locally. So because of that, because of the large amount of 55 plus communities, that means there's a lot of affordable housing for seniors, right? If someone that's on a fixed income that maybe can only afford X amount per month, being able to be in a 55 plus community is a big plus, and it helps keep housing affordable for them. So there's a couple areas that are going to have single family homes that are going to be priced somewhere in the low to mid 300,000s to low 400,000s, which really doesn't exist hardly anywhere in Southern California. And there's other newer 55 plus communities that you'll see homes anywhere from the mid 400s to 600,000 or so, but they're really, really nice communities. So there is a large selection of 55 plus communities in Menifee, and there is more than any of the surrounding cities. And that's definitely a big plus for people if you're looking for something affordable and you are over 55 plus. Number 4 on my list that makes Menifee so desirable is because it is such a good bet for appreciation. Of course, when you buy a home, you never know for sure what's going to happen, if home values are going to go up or if home values are going to go down. The market is always moving, and it has been trending up for quite a long time, even after the last couple of years of more of a flat market. Really haven't seen any depreciation, at least in this area, in quite a long time. But when you're buying a home in Menifee, I think it's a really good bet for long-term appreciation, because over the last 10 years, like I mentioned, there's been so much growth. Home values have gone up and up. Like I said, it's been one of the fastest growing cities in California, for the last decade, and that's expected to continue to happen over the next decade. And because there's not very many affordable areas in Southern California that are nice and safe and clean and newer modern homes, I think it's a really good bet for long-term appreciation. Of course, nobody knows for sure, but I think that's a really, really solid bet, especially as that area continues to grow, and with how much construction they have planned there. I think it's really, I would not bet against Menifee. I think it's a really safe bet for long-term appreciation, and so do most of the people that are moving there. So. And then reason number 5 that people decide to make a move to Menifee, especially compared to the other cities that are close by, like I mentioned, Temecula, Murrieta, Wildomar, anything like that. A lot of times people decide to move to Menifee because it is a better situation for their commute. So if you're commuting south to San Diego, and you live in Menifee, it's going to be a little bit longer. It might add an extra 20-30 minutes to your commute, but most of the people that move to Menifee decide to do that because they're actually commuting north. They're commuting towards the city of Riverside, northeast. They're commuting towards the city of Corona. They're commuting more that way, and if that's the case, you might actually save 25-30 minutes on your commute each way. So that is a big plus as far as living in Menifee. If you are going north, you can really save the commute time. It's not the same congestion that you get going down to San Diego, and it's not near as long. So that's reason number 5 on my list. So again, it's affordable. There's a lot of new construction. There's a lot of 55+ communities. It's a fast-growing area that I think is a good bet for appreciation. And if you are commuting north, it's going to be quite a bit shorter, and that's going to be a big draw for the city of Menifee. So anyways, I hope that's good information for you guys. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. You can call, you can text, you can email me, and hopefully talk to you soon. Thanks.